everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 quick and easy recipes to make with your air fryer. Now if you follow me on Instagram then you'll know that I've been absolutely raving about this kitchen appliance over the past few weeks, and honestly it has changed and enriched my life. An air fryer is essentially a compact version of a convection oven, and it works by circulating hot air over the food and it achieves a very similar result to deep fry food without all of the oil. And I don't know about you, but I always get so nervous using a deep fat fryer, and now I can achieve very similar results, but it's healthier, which means I can eat even more of it and I don't have to be worried about oil spilling everywhere or it stinking up the whole place. Because the air fryer is compact, it has a more of a concentrated heat and it results in the food being cooked a lot more quicker and also a lot more evenly. One bad thing about it being compact is that the basket itself is quite small, so I think it's ideal for 1 to 2 people, but if you're serving 3 to 4 people then you might have to split it into 2 to 3 sittings. And also, by the way, I know I sound like I'm being sponsored by air fryer, but alas I am not, and if anyone watching is from Philips or they're looking to find a new air fryer ambassador, then I volunteer as tribute. Oh, and if you're interested in the exact product that I have, then I've linked the product in the description box, so all you have to do is click on it and it'll take you straight to the Amazon page. And if you're new here, then hello, I'm Shu and I make food, lifestyle and future travel videos on this channel, and if you like what you see, then consider subscribing for more videos like this in the future. And if you're enjoying this video so far, I would like to see more videos like this, then please give this video a big thumbs up and a like, and it really helps to support the channel as well. Number 1, we're going to kick off with this honey glazed roast pork belly, and it's very similar to the Chinese style ta siu. First, prepare your pork belly strips. I've used a fork to help tenderize the meat, and it must have been quite a stressful day because I was really going for it. This also helps to let the flavors really seep in. Next, add your halved spring onion, minced ginger and garlic into your mixing bowl. Add in 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of garlic salt or regular salt or sea salt, and 2 tablespoons of sugar or brown sugar, and a splash of Chinese rice wine, brandy or dark rum into the bowl and mix well. Cover with cling film, then leave the pork to marinate for at least 1 hour, flipping it 30 minutes in so the other half absorbs the sauce. Once it's finished marinating, preheat your air fryer to 180 degrees for 3 minutes. Add tin foil and line your air fryer basket. Make sure that foil doesn't go over the basket so it doesn't get caught when the air is circulating. Pick out the ginger, garlic and spring onions and then add the pork belly into the air fryer. Leave a little gap between each piece so it cooks evenly. Set the timer for 15 minutes and let it cook away. Once the timer is up, flip the pork to the other side. Feel free to add in the leftover juice at this point, or if it's juicy enough, leave it. Set the timer for another 10 minutes to cook. When the timer goes off, brush with honey or agave nectar onto the pork belly, and this will create the honey glaze and the crispy edges. Now set the temperature to 200 degrees and set the timer for 3 minutes. Once it's ready, cut the pork into bite-sized pieces and drizzle any leftover sauce from the air fryer over the pork. Eat this with steamed rice, noodles or roasted veggies and enjoy this juicy, succulent honey glazed pork belly. For those who love roast pork, this dish will definitely be a crowd pleaser. It looks the part, tastes even better, and it seems like it takes way more work than it actually does. Give this a go and thank me later. This is really good when it's served with white rice. Spoon over some of that sauce, serve it with some greens, and you've got yourself a classic Chinese meal. Next up, we have some Sriracha honey chicken wings. Now, I was rustling around in the seasoning cupboard the other day, and I was like trying to think of what combination to make for these chicken wings. Obviously, I really love spicy food, but I wanted something a little bit more different as well, something that's quite Moorish, especially when it's quite hot outside. So I decided to combine these two together. Super simple, super easy, and it was very yummy. In a large mixing bowl, add in your garlic salt, garlic pepper, sriracha, honey, cornstarch and oil to your chicken. Mix everything well together, ensuring your chicken wings are evenly coated with the spices. Leave to marinate for at least 1 hour so the sauces can really soak in. Next, preheat the air fryer to 180 degrees for 10 minutes. Add your wings to the basket, making sure to leave a gap in between each piece. Brush on a little bit of corn oil on each piece. If you have any cooking spray, this will work even better, but alas, I don't have it yet. Set the timer to 23 minutes and 180 degrees and let it cook. At the halfway point, flip each chicken piece to ensure a crispy finish. Brush on an extra bit of oil or use cooking spray. Allow it to cook for the remaining amount of time and enjoy. The skin outside is sticky sweet from the honey, spicy from the sriracha, and the chicken itself is juicy and succulent, and each bite is full of flavour. I'm drooling just editing this video and I might make another batch after this. Next up we have some spicy vegan chickpeas, and this only takes you 15 minutes from start to finish to make, and when we can entertain guests again, this would be the perfect appetizer to start with, and it would wash down so nicely with an ice cold drink, a beer or a cocktail. First things first, drain and rinse your can of chickpeas. Set your air fryer to 200 degrees Celsius, add in your chickpeas to the air fry basket and let it cook for 5 minutes. This will help to dry the chickpeas out and will give them a satisfying crunch later. Once it's dried out, empty the chickpeas into a bowl and add 1 tablespoon of oil. I've opted to use corn oil, but olive oil also works. Also add in 1 teaspoon of Korean hot pepper flakes. You could also substitute this with paprika or chili flakes. 1 teaspoon of garlic rosemary salt or regular salt, and half a teaspoon of garlic pepper into the bowl. Make sure to mix everything well together. Put it back into the air fry basket at 200 degrees Celsius for 12 minutes. Check on it after 5 minutes and give the basket a shake to ensure it's all evenly cooked. And once it's done, serve it up and enjoy throughout the day. This is really good to snack on when you're editing, when you're reading a book, when you're working away, and it's very moreish and it's full of protein. I am really pleased with this one because it tasted so good, and this is the spicy buttermilk fried chicken. When you bite into it, the chicken is tender and it's succulent and it's juicy and it is just wonderful. First of all, prepare your drumsticks. Add in 1 carton of buttermilk to a mixing bowl along with 2 tablespoons of your chosen hot sauce. If you don't like the kick, opt out of the sauce. If you don't have buttermilk, I believe you can also substitute it with some milk and a teaspoon of vinegar or lemon juice. The ratio is about 1 cup of milk to 1 teaspoon of lemon juice or vinegar. I'm going to pour in some buttermilk. And it is thick and creamy, and because it's thick and creamy, it means that it's going to stick to the flour later so much better. Mix it well and then add in your chicken drumsticks. Make sure each one is evenly coated. Add on cling film and put it in the fridge for a minimum of 2 hours. I chose to wait about 6 hours. Once it's ready, it's time to prepare your batter, but first, preheat your air fryer to 180 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. Grab a bowl and add half a cup of cornstarch, half a cup of plain flour, and 1 heaped tablespoon of the Cajun chicken rub. If you don't have this, you can also mix in 1 teaspoon each of paprika, cumin, chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, and oregano powder. Make sure this is mixed well. Add each chicken drumstick into the flour and coat each one with a mix from top to bottom, side to side. Set aside on a plate. Side note, it might be a good idea to add some oil to the plate first. Line your air fryer basket with oil or cooking spray and then add in each chicken drumstick. Try to leave a little gap in between so each one can be evenly cooked. Brush each drumstick with a tiny bit of oil or cooking spray and then cook for 15 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Once the timer is up, carefully flip each piece, brush any floury bits with oil again and cook for another 10 minutes. Try not use huge metal tongs as I did, as this completely ripped the skin apart and it didn't look as crispy as it could have, which is really sad, but it tasted really good. When the timer goes off, flip the chicken pieces on its side or to the parts where it isn't as golden and cook for a final 5 minutes. Carefully remove each drumstick from the air fryer basket, serve it up and enjoy. I love this so much, I actually sent voice notes to my friends and cried tears of happiness to them. Spicy fried chicken is one of my favourite things to eat in the world, and I'm so happy I can now make a healthier version of this at home. And honestly, it is so delicious, and the seasoning was so easy to put together, and the key really is in the buttermilk, because it really does help to tenderize the chicken and it makes the chicken so much more tender. I've also made this without the buttermilk and you can really taste the difference. Next up, we've got some sweet potato wedges, and this was seasoned with Cajun with a little bit of paprika. Now this was so easy, prepared it all from frozen, just got it from the freezer and then add the seasoning, whacked in some oil, and there we go in 20 minutes. But you can also prepare this from sweet potato that is not from frozen, and if that's the case, then you just reduce your cooking time by about 5 to 7 minutes depending on how much you make. Preheat the air fryer at 200 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. Season your sweet potato with 1 tablespoon of oil, 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, half a tablespoon of paprika, garlic salt and garlic pepper to your liking, then mix it all in, ensuring the fries are evenly coated with seasoning. Add the sweet potato to the air fry basket and set the timer to 20 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. Check on the fries halfway through, give the basket a shake and cook for the remaining 10 minutes. and enjoy. Simple as that. This would be so great as a snack on its own or served with the chicken wings and drumsticks in this recipes video, and it is delicious. That is the end of my 5 quick and easy recipes using the air fryer. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you have an air fryer, please comment below your favorite recipes so we can share it with one another, because I really want to cook more things with it. And also let me know if you don't have an air fryer and if this video has made you actually want to invest in one, in which case I would highly recommend you to do so, because it will change your life. This is a game changer. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.